was rather large. How are we all doing?
Woo!
Right, so I should probably explain the hair. It's got nothing to do with an audition for Romper Stomper 2. Over on Oxford Street, don't know if you're aware of this, there's a hairdresser over there. And the women in the hairdresser there actually cut your hair, well, they do it topless. That's right, titties, this man knows. And titties is out today. And I mean, you got to think about the mentality of the guy that thought that up, you know, like he's sitting there and he's getting his hair cut and he's thinking, you know what to make this better? Tits. And I'm here to tell you, he's not fucking wrong. And so I didn't want to do anything too drastic with the hair, and I thought to myself, I'll just get a little bit off so I can come back every few weeks and get a little bit more and just get more and more tits. Problem is, I'm a bit addicted. That was me a week ago. You laugh now, but when I rock in tomorrow and ask for just a little bit off the top, I mean, imagine the look on their faces. But, sorry. I don't know how many of you can actually see my arm. Maybe come up and speak to me after the show. Got a bit of scarring, some lumps and shit. That used to be a fistula, because I'm currently in kidney failure. And I'm on dialysis and stuff. And it's no joke, the kidneys really don't work. My kidneys are probably about as useful as, say, tits are to Ian Thorpe. And most people ask a lot of questions. People are usually curious. And the question I probably get most often would be, what is it I do when I'm on dialysis? Because when I used to do hemodialysis, I was stuck to a machine, needles in the arm, for about 5 hours at a time. And just sitting there. So, you know, I'd say, you know, watch TV and stuff. But a friend of mine took it a step too far. He goes to me, mate, do you ever have a wank? And all I had to think to myself at that point was, what? I mean, like, since when is jizz in open wounds under clinical conditions ever a good fucking idea? Not to mention, this thing with dirty, great, big fuck-off needles hanging out of it, not exactly an aphrodisiac. I says to him, mate, short answer to that one is no, I don't have a wank when I'm on dialysis. He says, but you mean to tell me that they can create a machine that will clean your blood for you, but not something that can get you off while you're on the bastard? And that one got me thinking. The brain starts working. I'm thinking, you know, like, what's a test for a fella, at least, to an expensive piece of anything? I mean, if a bloke walks up to his mates and says, I just bought a pair of jeans for $300, it's the first thing his mates usually say to him. Fuck, champ. They suck you off for that much? I mean, personally, if I'm going to drop $300 on a pair of pants, they want to have me coming every 50 metres for at least the first week. And so by that rationale, and that rationale alone, dialysis and shit isn't really worth shit now, is it? But I am learning a new skill. Because, I mean, being ambidextrous is a skill, right? And, you know, I like to fuck with people sometimes, you know, especially people that take themselves a bit too seriously. And probably the group that I get to fuck with on most often that take themselves way too seriously would be feminist women, because I met a lot of them. And I usually get into it ends up with an argument about, you know, why is it that a fella can have a sex with, you know, 100 women in a week and be a fucking champion, but a chick has sex with 5 blokes in a year and she's a slut? I says to him, well, it's like this, sweetheart, because they like it, the feminists, when you call them sweetheart. I love that. And I says to her, it's like this, sweetheart. A key that fits many locks is by definition a master key. But a lock that's opened by many keys, well, that's a fuck lock now, isn't it? So I'm single. Surprise. Which is, you know, that's all right for now, but nobody wants to be single forever. So for the last 2 weeks now, I've been wandering around with a condom on. See me later. That's because a while ago, I got me some pretty good advice. And that was, dress for the job you want, not the job you've got. But because of the health shit, it's sometimes hard for me to meet new women. So I tend to look at the long-term friends I've had for years. I mean, why not? We've been friends for fucking ever. And I've done something right to keep him as my friend, and there's always been the, you know, the tension. But usually ends with them telling me, you know, sex will ruin the relationship, and then I've got to play stupid, and I've got to go, well, sweetheart, you know, you're just a friend. Well, we want to fuck that up with sex, you know, and then I've got to sit there and I've got to listen to their relationship failures over and over and fucking over again. The whole time they're going to overlook me. Now, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, that's a bit like going for a job interview. and having the fella doing the hiring say to you, well, I like you a lot as a bloke, and you're more than qualified for the position, but not going to hire you. What I am going to do is I'm going to hire this underqualified fuckwit over here, and I'm going to pull your number out from time to time, and I'm going to give you a call, and I'm going to talk about this underqualified fuckwit, about how he's turning up to work late, or he's calling in sick. You know, when he turns up to the work functions and he gets too stoned and he fucking acts the fool. We'll give you a call when he turns up to work, when he calls in sick, and then the friends of the company calls us up just to let us know he's not in fact sick. He's in fact out at the pub with his mates. Guess what? Another phone call. And we're going to continue that process over and over and fucking over again until we finally decide to give that prick the arse, because we find out he's actually got a casual job on the side. That's all I got, guys. Thanks for that.